Call of Duty. Oh man, where do we even begin? This FPS juggernaut needs no introduction. Despite issues and falling player counts, it really does remain a rather popular FPS game. Whether you love it or you hate it, there's no denying the impact it's had on the genre as a whole. My name is Critical Snipes, and I do mini analysis videos on video games, and today I wanted to discuss why I feel as if Call of Duty shouldn't be as severely overhated as it is, despite the problems. Call of Duty has always had its moments, both good and bad. Players complain about bugs, cheaters, the overall sweaty feel of the game, and Activision's greed. Yet many of those same players look back at the older entries in the series with rose-tinted glasses. I've played Call of Duty since Black Ops 1, okay? And I can assure you, much of the modern day BS was already there. Take Warzone 1 for example. Although not as old and nostalgic as, say, Black Ops 2, it's still fondly remembered. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the first Warzone, but let's be real, the same issues we criticize today have always been there. Verdansk was packed with cheaters, long queue times, and plenty of moments that made you slam your controller down and swear off the game, only to come back an hour later. This video isn't about defending Call of Duty, as I do believe it has many issues that are rather problematic. It's about pointing out a pattern. Every year, people claim the franchise has hit rock bottom, yet the cycle repeats. The truth is, hating on Call of Duty has become almost something of a trend. But why does this cycle happen? Nostalgia bias plays a massive role. MW3, the 2011 rendition, was dismissed as a copy-paste of MW2 when it launched. Nowadays, though, it's looked at fondly. Black Ops 2 had mixed reviews at first, but is now considered a classic. Every COD game gets torn apart when it's new, only to be praised years later. Now, once again, obviously, modern-day Call of Duty does have its issues. But that's not the core problem itself. The core problem is that it's burnout. I'm as old as the first COD itself, 22 years, and in that time we've gotten 24 entries into the series, and that's not even counting the multiple renditions of Warzone. At some point, people get tired of playing the same game over and over, and flaws that have always existed start to feel more noticeable. And okay, I know you've been waiting for this part, that dreaded four-letter acronym, SBMM. SBMM, or Skill-Based Matchmaking, first introduced in Modern Warfare 2019, is designed to create balanced games by pairing players with others of a similar skill. In theory, it sounds great, but in practice, it has led to sweatier lobbies, fewer casual matches, and frustration among players who feel like every game is a grind. I can admit, SBMM is something that does plague newer Call of Duty games and not something that plagued older Call of Duty games. But here's the thing, every Call of Duty has had something players hated. Back in the day, people raged about OP weapons, kill streaks, and campers. Now it's skill-based matchmaking, but give it a few years and people will start looking back at MW 2019, or MW2 from 2022, like they were the golden days. In fact, many already do view MW 2019 as a high point in the series, even though it is plagued with the same issues we have now. The cycle repeats, and that's why hating Call of Duty is honestly just a trend in my mind. Now, by no means am I saying you have to love this game or like this game. The point of playing video games is to have fun, and if you're not having fun, that, well, kinda defeats the purpose, doesn't it? So, yeah, you can totally not like the game if you don't like it. All I'm saying is that the overwhelming amount of hate is a little bit unjustified. I will say, when it comes to SBMM and Activision's greed in recent years, those are genuine reasons to not like this franchise anymore. But if you're not gonna like the franchise, or if you're gonna hate on the franchise off the basis of cheaters, sweaty gameplay, weird game mechanics sometimes, well, then don't look back at Black Ops 2 and MW2 and all that and say those were the good old days, because those games had glaring issues of their own that at the time we complained about a lot. So, with all that being said, that's why in my opinion, Call of Duty, while again for the millionth time it does have problems, is a little bit overhated. If you guys happen to disagree, or if you agree, drop a comment down below. I love having discussions and debates with my audience. Consider liking and subscribing if you want more of this content. I do tons of analysis videos, not just on Call of Duty, but on any game and anything within said games. Thanks for watching, guys. Critical Snipes is out.